So I thought I could help pass this out, or excuse me, I thought you could help pass this out. I'm a big supporter of your channel, and, well, the rest of it, I'm going to leave that out because this may possibly identify what this individual does for a living, and I don't want any repercussions from this until I speak with this gentleman. But these photographs, when I opened up this email and I looked at these photographs, I was pretty blown away, pretty set back. And let's just zoom into this photograph. Let's just not mess around here. Well, there you go. We're not faking these photographs. Let's zoom in even more. You can see a little bit of the object is not clearly visible, but the sun is definitely illuminating that object. And that object is behind the sun, off in the distance. This is not a camera anomaly. This is not atmospheric phenomenon. This is not a damn lens flare. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have been up since 1 o'clock in the morning today. I decided once again that I'm going to do some additional homework on lens flares in videos and cameras. I watched 13 videos from professional photographers, specifically talking about photographing in high sunlight or photographing the sun in general. And they showed numerous ways that you can do this. And then they talked about lens flares. Well, in all 13 of those videos that were produced by professional photographers around the world, not one of those videos showed anything like what you're seeing. And if you don't believe me, just go to YouTube, type in the search section, lens flares. How to photograph the sun. And then at that point in time, after you do your research about, quote, lens flares, you're going to see very, very quickly that the people that sit there in the comment section of any of my videos and they cry like a little baby telling everyone else that these are lens flares. Well, folks, they don't have any other excuse to put out there. Now, the newest one coming out is, these are created by a phenomenon called earthshine. Well, folks, I did 2 hours worth of reading on this, quote, earthshine phenomenon, dealing with the moon, the sun, and the earth. And listen, it does not even come close to what we are looking at. So basically, someone with a little bit of a higher intelligence than maybe me and you on a certain subject may try to use fancy words to distract you and to belittle you. And if you let it happen, well, you just shouldn't. These photographs that you're looking at right now, and we'll flip to the next one, because this gentleman took a series of photographs, not just one, from an airplane, And these photographs are fresh off the press. This gentleman just took this flight yesterday, January 22nd. And there you go. There, what do you see? Let's zoom in. Let's not play around. Let's zoom straight in. Do you see a lens flare? I don't see any lens flare whatsoever. I actually see some cloud cover, very thin cloud cover. However, when you pan back from the photograph, wow, you could see the cloud canopy right here and some thinner clouds up above. So clear, you can see the propellers of the plane, the engine. I don't see any reflection, no reflection whatsoever coming from the window. And yes, I never advise taking photographs through glass. But when you're looking at not one, but 5 photographs taken at different intervals, all showing the same object in the same location during this very short time period. And the object doesn't move, folks. It's there. It compares to the photographs that I took over the last several days using this laser lens and my laser eye safety wear. So folks, once again, if we're seeing something with our own eyes, not a mechanical device, not a camera, not a video camera, the 2 eyes that God gave you, the 2 eyes connected to your brain that are telling you, hey George, what you're looking at is real, it's there, your eyes are seeing it, now the brain is computing it. Pick up your camera, take a picture of it quickly, document it. Well, this is exactly what this gentleman did, and he did a damn good job of it. And this is not the first photograph that I have seen from an airplane. Back in early September of 2016, I interviewed a man who was a former chemtrail pilot who is now dying of cancer. Horrible cancer. They had to remove his tongue, half of his jaw, and he suffers from horrible lesions all over his skin. And Joe, he's probably dead by now. God rest his soul if he is. But in our interview, he had to write everything down because he doesn't have speech anymore. They cut his tongue out because of the cancer. And this is a man who flew for 25 years as a commercial pilot. Retired, but then he had the itch to fly again. And a friend of his got him a job working for a geoengineering company, flying planes to spray chemtrails. Joe didn't know what he was flying around with as far as the chemical base goes, but Joe flew for this company for 5 years. And a man who was in perfect health, stricken down by these gut-wrenching chemicals that they spray into our skies. And once again, this is another photograph coming from this gentleman in this plane, just casually taking his trip. And boy, oh boy, what does he capture? And it's so easy for people to just sit back, make a comment, and simply say, that is a lens flare, or that is a reflection into the camera's lens, blah, blah, blah. Well, folks, over the past year, that's all I've heard from the naysayers. They have no other excuses in their vocabulary, which I might add is very small. Now, Joe, the gentleman that I was referring to, shared photographs with me from the cockpit of the chemtrail airplane that he was flying. Multiple photographs on a clear day showing exactly what you are looking at now. I did a video about it. Go back through my videos back to I think it was about September of 2016. Watch the video. We're dealing with the same situation here, folks, with pilots that are basically under the gun when it comes to seeing UFOs and other things in the skies. They're not going to say anything because these pilots will be grounded immediately and defamed. Joe told me several times that he was debriefed by the United States Air Force on things that he saw in the sky and noted in his log. He was warned after 18 years of service. He was warned that if he filed one more report placing this information into his log, that he would not see retirement, which was only a few years away. So you can see clearly how these individuals can get to you very, very quickly. They will blackmail you. They will threaten you, because the bottom line is they don't want the truth out there, because they will lose control over the people, me and you. And we outnumber them. They may have sophisticated weapons, but we have the numbers. And as time goes on, more and more people are going to discover what is going on in our solar system, in our skies, what is happening to our Earth. It's very simple, folks. More and more evidence is coming out each and every day. The only thing that you can do is try to decipher what you're looking at, make your own decisions, maybe even start your own investigation. Start doing a little bit of homework. Now, I understand that not everybody has a lot of time to devote 8 or 10 or 12 hours a day. But I've been on this subject now going on 14 years, and I'm not going anywhere. We are having very serious effects on our planet. Don't let anybody shoot you a line of crap that the frequency and the magnitude of these earthquakes stretching across our globe right now are just some common freak of nature. Volcanic activity on the rise. Last year, 2016, the hottest year ever recorded in modern man. Absolutely crazy weather across the globe. Snowing in the Sahara Desert. Where I live, the temperatures daily are in the 60s when they should be close to 20 degrees. So the temperature where I live is up above 40 plus degrees where it should be. People will tell you that this has everything to do with global warming. Are you going to believe that because they want to dumb you down? They don't want you to believe in what is in the sky. They want you to continue to pay attention to your cell phone. Waste all of your time on Facebook and Twitter. They don't want you researching anything. And they sure as hell don't want you pointing